Hello everyone, welcome back to the Biology Blends. Don't forget to subscribe the channel, share the channel with your friends. As the continuation of the human reproduction chapter, video topic is the menstrual cycle. Watch the video till the end and give me suggestion in the comment box.
It is a cycle of ovulation, proliferation, and menstruation present in all the female primates animal. It is cycle of menstruation, ovulation, and proliferation present in all female primates. So let's before starting it, let's talk about some terms. First is the menarche. It is the start of the it is start of menstrual cycle in female. Menarche is menarche is called when the first menstruation of the woman appears. So it generally start at 11 to 13 year of age in human. Menarche, it is the onset of the puberty. It is onset of puberty. When second is menopause. It is stoppage of menstrual cycle in female. Occur at 45 to 48 year female. It is generally due to ovaceous, that is complete follicular ataxia, or lack of GRNH, gonadotropin releasing hormone from the hypothalamus, lack of FSH, LH, or removal of ovary due to the ovary cancer, due to ovary cancer. Next term is the hemorrhage. It is the absence of the menstrual cycle in female for some particular time. It is not the stoppage, it is the absence of the menstrual cycle in female. It is absence of menstrual cycle in female for a particular time, for a particular time period. So generally there is a question that there is no menstrual cycle happen in the female that he or she is pregnant, but it's not the always. It's not for the always, because menstrual cycle can be absent due to dietary intake, less dietary intake, or poor dietary intake. Proper term is poor dietary intake, or stress, anxiety, or other reasons, which is the lactation period, gestation, gestation period, that she is pregnancy, lactation due to the prolactin, negative effect on FSH and LH. Prolactin due to negative effect on the FSH and the LH. And there is also one term, dysmenorrhea, the painful menstrual cycle. Painful menstrual cycle. So stages of the, now next is stages of menstrual cycle. Stages of menstrual cycle. Menstrual cycle, generally it has the four stage. First stage is the menstrual, second is the proliferative stage, third ovulation, fourth is the secretory phase. First there is the shedding and bleeding of, we'll discuss. First is the menstrual, hashtag bleeding, hashtag menopause stage. Discussing what happen in this stage at ovary, uterus and the pituitary level. Ovary level, corpus luteum of previous cycle completely degenerate and become corpus albicans. Ovary, the corpus luteum of the previous cycle completely degenerate and become the corpus albicans. At uterus, endometrium, basal functional, layer of endometrium shed off and leading to lead to bleeding. Blood that generally come out is 30 to 40 ml of blood per cycle. 30 to 40 ml of blood is bleeded. Blood which bleeded is generally arterial blood, which is due to damage of or death of tissue. Along with blood, there is the fibrinolysin. Due to this fibrinolysin, menstrual blood never clot. Menstrual blood do not clot. Due to the presence of the fibrinolysin, menstrual blood do not clot. And at the level of the pituitary, pituitary level, estrogen and progesterone level are low. So there is no negative feedback. No negative feedback to LH and FSH, and LH and FSH started to secrete. So one more term is the monorrhea. Monorrhea is the excess blood in menstrual because of corpus luteum added into it. This is the first phase known as the menstrual or bleeding or the meniscus stage. Ovary corpus luteum of the previous cycle completely degenerate and form of the corpus albicus. In uterus, basal functional layer of endometrium shed off, and leading to 30 to 40 ml of the blood is bleeded, and pituitary LH and FSH started to secrete. Now, after the menstrual phase, there is the proliferative follicular phase. Proliferative follicular phase. In these changes are ovary as LH and FSH. This phase rests for 4 to 5 days. 4 to 5 days. Menstrual phase left for the is for 4 to 5 days. Proliferative phase is from 5th day to the ovulation period. Ovary, LH and changes in the proliferative phases are in ovary, LH as LH and FSH started secreted. So the follicles, 8 to 10 follicles started to develop per month. 8 to 10 follicles started to develop per month, and only one is dominant, which is ovulated. The dominant one releases estrogen. The dominant one releases estrogen in the follicular phase. Now, second is the what are the changes in the uterus? As estrogen and progesterone, as estrogen is secreted, the uterus lining cell started to proliferate and develop functional basal layer again and develop functional basal layer layer again. Yes. Functional basis estrogen. There it is the function of the estrogen. Estrogen help in the proliferation of the uterus. Proliferation of the uterus. One more function of the estrogen is it make progesterone sensitive. It make the uterus progesterone sensitive. Progesterone maintain the pregnancy. Progesterone is known as the pregnancy hormone, and the estrogen help in the sensitivity, help in increase of the sensitivity of the uterus wall. And at the level of the pituitary, as estrogen secreted, as the estrogen secreted, low level of estrogen gives positive feedback, to the pituitary for release of LH and FSH. Means that the low level of estrogen give positive feedback to the pituitary to secrete the LH and FSH. As LH and FSH start secreted more, level of the LH and FSH started going up, the follicles started developing. The dominant one follicle started developing more, and it's converted into the secondary follicle, then tertiary follicle, Graafian follicle. And even the Graafian follicle secrete the estrogen more, it leads to the LS surge, and LS surge lead to the ovulation. So it is the pre-ovulatory phase, proliferation follicular and pre-ovulatory phase. As LH and FSH level are elevated, LH and FSH level are elevated, more estrogen secrete and give more positive feedback. Feedback for LH and FSH. LH and FSH surge before the ovulation. Then the ovulation occur. After this, the uh, pre-ovulatory phase, proliferative phase, as the LH and FSH surge occur, now the ovulation occur. So next phase is going to be the ovulatory phase. Ovulatory phase. It is the shortest phase of one day, generally at 14th day of menstrual cycle. Okay. So what are the changes? Changes in ovary. Changes in ovary is corpus hemorrhage. Corpus hemorrhage is formed from Graafian follicle rupture. From Graafian follicle rupture. Corpus hemorrhage is formed. And pituitary level is it is at the peak level of the LH secretion. Pituitary is peak level of LH secretion. Peak level of LH secretion. LH is luteinizing hormone. FSH is the follicular stimulating hormone, and FSH is follicular stimulating hormone. So, and uterus is again proliferating, is remain in the proliferating phase. And fourth stage is the post-ovulatory phase. Post-ovulatory phase or a secretory phase or luteal phase. It is the phase after the ovulation, and what is basically in it, changes in the ovary. As corpus luteum is formed, as corpus luteum is formed, we secrete progesterone and estrogen. Corpus luteum is maintained by the FSH and LH. So this is the point. Corpus luteum is maintained by the FSH and LH. We'll tell you the whole process. We secrete progesterone and estrogen. Progesterone, and if the fertilization don't occur, corpus luteum start degenerating. At 20 afterward 21st day of menstrual cycle. And what are the changes in the uterus? Progesterone secretion secreted started stimulating uterine cell for secretion, and their secretion is the milk called the uterine milk. Their secretion is milky called uterine milk. Thickness of endometrium increase. Increases as progesterone maintain it. Progesterone maintain it. Progesterone maintain it. Yes. And what is changes at the hormonal changes? Slash pituitary level changes. As the progesterone and estrogen is secreted by the corpus luteum, progesterone and estrogen secreted by corpus luteum, they gives negative feedback to pituitary for FSH and LH secretion. For FSH and LH secretion, FSH and LH level downs, corpus luteum is unable to maintain itself, it start degenerating. It start degenerating after 21st day. 21st day is the peak of the progesterone. After 21st day, and low level of progesterone, release of FSH, and cycle begins again from first phase. So listen, progesterone and estrogen secreted by the corpus luteum. Corpus luteum starts secreting the progesterone and the estrogen, which give the negative feedback to pituitary for FSH and LH. FSH and LH level coming to down, and there is the progesterone surge at 21st day of menstrual cycle. Progesterone surge is at the 21st day of the menstrual cycle, and here the progesterone and progesterone is at its maximum level, and FSH and LH are its low level. FSH and LH maintain the corpus luteum, and LH and FSH level are down, so the corpus luteum is unable to maintain. So the corpus luteum started to degenerate. Corpus luteum secrete the progesterone, so the progesterone level comes to down. As the progesterone level comes to negative, feedback is inhibited. So the FSH and LH level comes to raise up, and this leads to the starting of the cycle again. Yes, and this will lead to the starting of the cycle again. So let's revise this again. First phase is the menstrual phase. Menstrual phase, here the menstruation begins because of the low level of the progesterone. The uterus is unable to maintain, so it start to bleeding. As the progesterone is the pregnancy hormone, and it maintains the thickness of the uterus. So low level of the progesterone, it starts to shed the endometrium. Endometrium begins to shed. Explain with your diagram. So here is the diagram. Here is the menstruation started. Menstruation started. Progesterone is at a low level. Estrogen at the low level. Estrogen and progesterone at the low level. As FSH and LH started increases, here the curves go down, here increases. FSH and LH curves start to increases in menstrual phase, and there is no changes in the developing. FSH and LH curves start to increase, and the corpus luteum totally degenerate into the corpus albicus. And after the menstrual cycle is over, here you see that the follicle started developing as FSH and LH. FSH level is rising, LH level and FSH level is rising. So the follicle starting develop, and follicle started secreting the estrogen. Estrogen level is also going up, and here is the endometrium. Endometrium degenerates, and here it started making itself. Endometrium started making itself, thickening and thickening its wall. And after you see that only 14 days, there is the LH surge, means LH level is high. LH level is high, progesterone level is high because the estrogen level is high, which is secreted by the Graafian follicle, and here the LH surge occurs, and the thickening goes on, and the uterus thickening is going on, and here is the ovulation occur. LH surge will lead to the ovulation occur, and after that it's formed the corpus luteum. Corpus luteum started secreting the progesterone. Here you will see that the progesterone level is going up, progesterone the level is going up, and LH level goes down, and FSH level goes down because it give the negative feedback to the pituitary. It give negative feedback to the pituitary. Here the estrogen level also goes down because the follicle, the Graafian follicle degenerate, but some amount of the estrogen is released by the corpus luteum. Here the curve rises again, and here LH level keep on downing, and after the degeneration LH level start to again, and here the progesterone is at the maximum and it maintain the uterus thickening. So, and after that progesterone level down, it also started decline. uh, to assume the to find out that if the ovulation occur or not, LH level is LH level is reported as LH level is seen as LH start to appear started to appear in urine, and it indicate ovulation. So here is the fertility period of the woman. Fertility period. Fertility period. What is fertility period? That uh if she coitus or sexual intercourse, there is the chance of the pregnancy is high. Chances of pregnancy is high. Chances of pregnancy is high in this period. Chances of the pregnancy is high in this period. Its period is generally from 12 to 17 days of menstrual cycle. 12 to 14 days of the menstrual cycle. 12 to 14 days of menstrual cycle. So here's the end of the menstrual cycle. Let's revise what we have done. We have menarche, menopause. Such one more important point. That the number of the ova released by a female, in its time period. Let assume that menarche at 11 year and menopause at 50 year. So it is a cycle of 28 days. A menstrual cycle is 28 days cycle, and there is 13 ova release per year. 13 ova release per year. And how many years did she ovulate? Is 50 minus 11, 39 years of ovulation into 13 ova per year. If she is not pregnant, then if she is pregnant and 9 months of the gestation plus 6 months of the lactation period will be subtracted from it, and if we do the calculation around 507 ovas are produced by one woman in its life. And if asked by the percentage, divide by 80,000, and all if asked by the polar body, then one polar body is released. One polar second polar body is not released, because second polar body is released when the fertilization just begin to happen.